Michael shoots up as the loud sound of the alarm clock pounds in his ears. The clock reads 5 a.m. Michael wipes the haze from his eyes. The only source of light that fills the room is that of the numbers on the device. Michael, giving a big sigh, leans against the wall while sitting up under the covers. The alarm buzzing louder, he looks over to his watch, as now it has begun to illuminate light as well. The high-tech watch was now in his hand, the screen brandishing a notification. Training at 0600 hours. Mrs. Tammy will have breakfast by 0700. Don't be late, Joseph. Michael finally slaps the alarm clock, silencing the noise that has been buzzing for minutes. He turns over as his legs touch the floor of his bedroom. Slumping over with a tired gaze, he looks into the darkness as he tries to psych himself up for the physical activity that is about to happen. Michael grabs his training gear. He slips on his basketball shorts and t-shirt. A visual of his back shows what looks to be numerous bulb-type nodes lodged down his back. The rest is covered by his t-shirt. His watch slipped on his wrist, and his sneakers on his feet. He makes his way out of the room. Michael, now downstairs in the Westbrook home's living area, makes his way toward a hallway. The dimly lit hall displays pictures on the walls, as the outlines of people on them are slightly shown. Michael, making his way down the slender path off the living area, arrives at a door where a light from a room beams on his face. Michael, getting closer to the door, begins to hear grunts and heavy breathing. The light from within the room takes over Michael's face. The grunts get louder. Michael reaches the door. His hand extends out to the knob to enter the bright, lively room. The door flung open the sight of his siblings doing their respective workouts. Rowan, a muscular male with long hair tied into a ponytail. Shirtless, his toned physique sweating heavily, his muscles bouncing as his body hits the floor from a high, elevated vertical leap. He hits the floor in a squatting position, the muscly brethren's legs tight, his golden yellow eyes focused on the exercise. The other Lauren with an athletic build, her hair styled in a bun, donning black workout pants with a workout shirt bearing her midriff. Her green eyes look intense while her focused gaze stares forward while she is running intensely on the treadmill. A lack of fatigue or discomfort on her face. The eldest Joseph at the punching bags counting his punches. His eyes are normal, but full of fire nonetheless. He pounds the bag with power and precision, making sure every blow counts. Michael walks past his siblings, trying to muster up the same intensity that his family is pouring out. Michael walks up to a machine. This device is augmented in some way. The device is no ordinary treadmill. The sides are labeled with the name Sprinter 9X. Michael's family stares over at Michael as he looks at the device with seriousness and a pinch of nervousness. Joseph at the bag, now at Michael's side with concern on his face, as Michael stares at the intimidating machine. Joseph standing by his younger brother, trying to reaffirm him to the feat that he is about to perform. The brother looks into Michael's eyes, trying to see if there is any doubt that he may not want to go through the personal mission right in front of him. Lauren and Rowan, wrapping up their workout, look toward one another, as if to get a picture of where the other would fall if a disagreement were to arise. Michael looks at Joseph beside him, and then back at the siblings behind him looking on at him as well. His mind thought of the cruel words he would hear when his body was at its weakest. Then his brain would picture the long, grueling exercises he would have to do to prepare him for this moment. Finally, he thinks of the pain he went through when his body felt the agonizing surgeries of the implants attached to the lining of his spine. Michael looked again back at his brother. "I got this," as he began to step onto the machine. Michael now on the machine, his siblings look onto the sprinter with a tired focus. Rowan from the back calls out to his mechanically enhanced family member. "Michael, let's go. You got this." Michael looked over with a smile, acknowledging his brother. He speaks into his watch. Test Trial 1. The file name Speeding Bullet is now in effect. Michael begins to press the buttons on the machine. The device containing several settings, Michael puts the sprinter on the setting labeled Bullet. Joseph close by looks at Michael with quiet respect as the machine starts up. With the speed of the sprinter level growing, Michael now trying to control his breathing even more. The muscular brother cheers him on, showing his support for the milestone. "Come on, Mike. You know this is only the beginning," as Michael's legs move at a brisk pace. The green-eyed sister breaks down the situation to Michael. He is right. What you do next will show if we are ready to implement this plan. Michael looks over, rolling his eyes. I know, mumbling under his breath. The eldest brother raised his voice. All right, this is what we have been waiting for. Michael's watch rings and the Sprinter 9X dings to the next level. The Sprinter 9X is now in unison with the watch's settings and Michael's vitals. Warm-up has ended, and bullet mode is now activated as the machine signals the next level of the experiment. Michael's muscles straining and his heart rate pounding like a thunderous drum. Michael closes his eyes, trying to drown out the discomfort and the cries for his attention from his family. The nodes now illuminating a bright red color. Joseph hopping on the machine, frantically trying to turn off the speedy device, yelling for Michael to tell him how to turn off the invention that is doing his brother's body harm. The watch now reading caution vitals exceeding the stated max. Michael's eyes closed, trying to reach a place in his mind where his breathing can be steady and the pain is minimal. Joseph pounds at buttons, trying to stop the machine, as the machine gives its final notification. In the final stretch, there is 1 minute left. 1 minute left. Michael looks down at the timer. The three siblings looking on as they are leaning forward, wondering what the final outcome will be. Joseph coaching his brother, who is in visual pain. This is the end. You can see the finish line. You wanted to keep going. Push, Michael. The rushing speed of the track pounding on Michael's legs. The pain etched on Michael's face. The Sprinter notifying the room. 30 seconds left. Vitals in the danger zone, the watch blinking soundly as now the room ignores the device's warnings of danger. 20 seconds left, the Sprinter 9X beginning to slow down, Michael grasping to the air with nothing to hold on to. Having 10 seconds left, the Sprinter is reaching its final rotations as Michael's body begins to adjust to the normalcy of the environment. Separate from what he has witnessed, the Sprinter performs a ding. Now at 0, the Sprinter comes to a halt. Michael drops to the track beneath him, which have come to a complete stop. Michael's family runs to his side, worried about their brother's challenge he just underwent. Joseph calls to Lauren for assistance. The green-eyed sister analyzes Michael. His siblings begin to ask him a series of questions. Can you move? Does anything feel sprained or broken? Is it affecting your condition in any way? Michael looking up at his brethren. Michael appears dehydrated and shaken. His voice in a whisper speaks to his family. Is breakfast ready yet?